Biggest horny regrets. According to Reddit, number 30. I was 22 years old, and I left the bar with a 42-year-old cougar. If that was the bulk of the detail, then no big deal. But when we got back to her place, her maybe 15-year-old son was playing Call of Duty in the living room. Tiny apartment. I probably should have noped out at that point. But about 15 minutes later, he goes to bed. 30 minutes later, his mom and I are banging on the couch. We did all sorts of stuff, and I'm still kind of ashamed. The next morning, we went out to her car, and her battery was dead. She left her headlights on. She drove us drunk the night before. This just gets better and better. She was going to be my ride home. At this point, I am excruciatingly hungover, and my phone has the thinnest little red line of battery life. I text a buddy telling him where I am and to please come pick me up with my car. The phone dies. I'm looking at this lady, wondering what the F I'm doing with my life. And I guess the best idea that we had was to get a margarita at this shitty Americanized Mexican food joint. Y'all gonna drink more. It was 10 in the morning. I sat there in the outside dining area with this woman, smoking a cigarette and staring into my slushy shame, wondering how many times her poor kid has seen her mom bring home some random college-age dude. We finished the margaritas, left the restaurant, and as I'm walking out into the parking lot, now warming in the late morning sun, hangover getting ready to destroy me, I see my car pull into the lot with my buddy behind the wheel, with this shit-eating grin on his face. I hugged the lady, thanked her with no exchange of numbers, and noped out like I should have 9 hours earlier. This is how some people live in their life. And then they won't tell you when they getting it in with you. Just a deck of playing cards. That's how many partners these people have. Good God almighty. I understand. That's how some people want to live their life. Wow. That poor kid, man. Got to deal with his mom banging all these kids. Why not? If he goes to bed somewhere, why can't he have his own TV and video game in there and some headphones, man? That's not right, man. You got him playing Call of Duty in the living room. Where you going? The fact that y'all banged on the couch makes me wonder if, it's a one-room situation going on there. Terrifying to think about. 29. I liked a guy, went on a date, found out his roommate was actually his live-in girlfriend, agreed to become a throuple, and forced myself to woo her in order to keep dating him. I don't think I've ever seen a more loaded sentence in my life. Are you hearing this, Dia? A girl liked a guy, went on a date with the guy, and found out that the roommate that he was living with was actually his live-in girlfriend. But the chick liked the guy so much that she forced herself to actually win over the girlfriend. It'd be like if I went on a date and then sprung the news on some bitch that, hey, look, my girlfriend's actually at home. She lives with me. You know what I mean? If you want to make this work, you're going to have to make her like you.
I don't have a problem with that. That's no problem, but...
What? What do I have going on? That's so incredible. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look, during the throuple talk, there's got to be a talk, he outright told her he wouldn't date her if he couldn't also date me. She agreed as long as they could be official on Facebook. This is unbearable. This is insufferable. These are people that we share a planet with that are out there coughing on people Anyway, look, she agreed as long as they could be official on Facebook while I waited to earn my place. After a few months of being what they playfully referred to as the gamma in the relationship, oh no, the side piece. They treated me with constant disrespect. They broke up with me at a Chinese buffet jointly. They got together and sat you down. Look, it's time to have a talk. You know, I think you've expired your use. What the fuck? I never ended up having more than a 3-way makeout session with the throuple. Wait. After a few months? What do you mean? So did you bang the guy exclusively? But you only, made out as a 3-person thing here? I never had more than a 3-way makeout session with the throuple as a whole because she wasn't comfortable with that. He constantly begged for it. Every time he and I would get alone and start getting busy, usually when she was at work, she would get suspicious and keep texting us to ensure there was no lapses in communication. This is so dumb. If you're bothered by it, why would she agree to it? I just can't imagine a dude cracking that whip like that. How do you find these women? Either that or the dude's just like disastrously attractive to where anything he says goes, really. The irony of the situation was that I didn't want to date her, but ended up going down on / fingering her in hopes that it would keep things going. I was more intimate with the partner that I didn't want than the one that I was bearing all of this for. God, I cringe. Well, I guess when you don't respect yourself, everything's on the table. God damn. I don't even know what to say to something like that. I hope it's inspirational to anybody listening. I hope if you're listening and you hear something like that, you can at least pat yourself on the back and think to yourself, maybe you're not the most secure person in the world. Maybe you're not the most confident person in the world, but at least you value yourself / have common sense enough to know that you deserve better treatment than this, than to be somebody's leftover, than to be two people's leftover, that they just knock around and treat however they want. And you have to be operating behind closed doors and only when the other person isn't available. Surely you think more of yourself than that. Because if you can't respect yourself in that capacity, then why should anyone else? I said it. I hope this is a wake-up call for the two of you that are like, oh my God, it's so true. Number 28. Jacked off in the shower while laying down in the tub. It's a lot of tub room, or you're short as hell, my dude. If you're short enough as a man to lie down in a normal sized tub, then yeah, that's your life. Jacking it while laying on your back. The shower water was raining down on me from above. I'm a man who says things like, I can't knock things till I've tried it. So maybe one day I get a tub big enough to where I can lay my big ass down flat on my back and then crank one out as the water is just, you know what I mean? It was very nice and ended nicely. Where do I put this? How do I open up a notepad right now to save this? It was very nice and ended nicely. Could I describe sex with women like this for the future? Hey, Dia. It was very nice and ended nicely.
I'd kill you.
3 out of 5 stars. Thank you, Dia. Later that day, I went to take a poop. Poop wouldn't come out, and I felt an odd tugging sensation between my ass cheeks. I thought I was dying and started freaking out while I tried to pinch my poop off to investigate. Turns out, my jizz had found its way into my ass cheeks while laying down in the tub, mingled with my ass hair, and solidified into a gelatinous plaster. Upon pooping, the hair was so effed together that my cheeks could not separate for the poop to emerge. I ended up having such a massacre of poop cum on my ass and hands that I had to get back in the shower just to clean off. Apparently, this officially counts as a self-cream pie. I've read a lot of things on this channel, man. But it never ceases to amaze me how we can find something new. The self cream pie story. I may have to save this. I may have to save this and read it again later. Oof. Why? Why does it have to be this way? Let me get the other song too, because that was more of a diss track song. Is it going to be scary as we continue? Can it get worse than this? Let's find out. Number 27. Meticulously cleaned my entire parents' house while I lived with them. I took hours to shave every hair off of my body. I lost weight to fit into an overpriced lingerie set. This guy that I was talking to said that he was going to come over and rock my world. The day of, as I was sitting there on my bed, massaging my legs with lotion to stop the burning because of the nair that I had used, he calls me, drunk as shit, to gloat about how he met this girl that let him put it in her butt. Put it in her butt. Put it in her butt. What? In the butt. They were still going at it while he was talking to me on speakerphone. I just hung up and cried from frustration. Man, what a bunch of bastards. What a bunch of bastards. Ooh, I called you to let you know that while I was getting you ready to come over and rock your world, I'm fucking a girl in the butt right now. Right now, I'm fucking a girl in the butt. Ooh, in the butt. In the butt. And you knew it helped him coom too. Just to have the power to break her like that. I'm coming to your anguish. They dated for 3 weeks before they broke up because he stole money from her, so I guess I dodged a bullet. I was 17 years old and stupid. You're stupid? We can't all discern what kind of monster we're dealing with, but holy hell. The idea that a guy says he's gonna come mess with you, and then he's calling you in the midst of intercourse with some other chick, and then you're editing your post with the phrase "holy shiz balls." Dia, come on, man. Can I get you to say that out loud?
Holy shiz balls.
Holy shiz balls. People say stuff like this. Doesn't it just make the palm of your hand tingle? Yeah. Like it's been summoned for a slap? I'm ready, said the palm of my hand. Give me this person's face and we'll make it happen. Holy shiz balls.
My people have called me.
How much stress do you think I ingest? Huh?
I said, what are people doing out there? They're being loud like usual.
Probably just kicking it Saturday night. You know?
There's a pandemic going. There shouldn't be any kicking it if it's multiple people.
Listen, I called my mom today and she let me know, quite frankly, she was bored enough to go walking around a mall, but she was wearing a mask, so it's all fine. Also, she wants to show up tomorrow. The funny part is that it contrasted, like it juxtaposition. She went for a COVID test today and then went to the mall. Again, there's nothing wrong with going out, but she didn't have a reason. She was like, you know what time it is? Time to go to the mall.
But what's the reason for tomorrow's visit?
There's always a reason for a visit when you're bored. You know what I'm talking about? Shit. So number 26. I came in... Wait. No, you better not phrase it like that, Kyle. I came onto my best female friend, which is to say, I made a move on her. Not I finished upon her, okay? Gross. We flirted back and forth for years, so I didn't see the harm in asking. I was super blunt about my interest, and she laughed the entire thing off. We talked less and less after that, and now I haven't spoken to her in a few years. I regret effing up the best friendship that I've ever had trying to get my dick wet. It was so stupid of me. Here's the thing, man. First of all, y'all never know the future of a relationship. Again, either party can just stop. Like, what do they call it? Cold turkey? Full on stop communicating with you. And that'll be the end of your relationship. It's a two-way street, and both sides have to be willing. And if one side is not, that's the end of it. That's the end of it. So you don't know that your actions have anything to do with people's shit. Some people just get busy. Some people just find the one that knocks them up and they end up in that relationship and they just cut the ties with any and everybody that they knew before. And you have to say goodbye to some of the prettiest titties that you've ever known. That's the way that it goes. You have to say goodbye to one of the funniest men, one of the nicest guys you've ever known. But that's life, bitch. You need to get over it. That aside, bro, I know that some men are oblivious, you know? But I think the way to broach, is that the word that I'm looking for? My brain is telling me broach. Let's look that up. Broach. To raise a sensitive or difficult subject. That is exactly the word that I'm looking for. The best way to broach, let's say, a sensitive, something as pivotal in a relationship as the deviation from a platonic relationship into an intimate relationship, you need to go by inches, not miles. And though I am the type of person that is all about being blunt and upfront and making it apparent what you want and what you're looking for, I think when you are dealing with a friendship that you have to be delicate about to make sure that you don't screw up, you need to basically feel the other person out. You know what I mean? So, even though I'm all about just black and white, making it clear exactly how you feel articulately and concisely, I do think that when you're dealing with women, bro, you gotta be fucking careful. Because you could like dealing with a woman, men in a relationship, you know what I'm talking about? You can just blunt force that and just no delicacy, no nothing. But I like to think that a relationship with a girl is like having a souffle. You know what I mean? And sometimes you don't have to have anything to do with it. A slight breeze could roll in completely out of your control and destroy that relationship. They're chemically, you know what I mean, bruh? I'm sorry to say it. I hope that these types of things don't happen to other people in the future. But either way, you can't blame yourself. There's so many variables in people's everyday life you can't even imagine. You can't even imagine. People could be going through things that manifest in ways that they end up inadvertently taking out on you. And how can you know? Number 25, all right. 5 years ago, boss recruited someone new and introduced them via WhatsApp group before we met them. The new recruit and I started chatting in WhatsApp, and before we ever met, I took it too far, too fast. Bro, work? Bro, yeah, really, horny. I went to meet him that night. God damn, girl. You know that these guys are really attractive. Do you get what I'm saying? Cause Dia, take it from me, I don't consider myself Prince Charming, but maybe like a Duke. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I know exactly how to, unfortunately, especially with women that I'm not interested in, you know what I'm talking about? Just say things that amuse them. And unfortunately, it's very fast how quickly, it's very fast how quickly. It's amusing how quickly you can end up in a situation where a girl is saying the types of shit to you that a chick says to a boyfriend, where it's like,
I don't meet a lot of other guys like you, and, nobody talks the way that you do.
and it's like, all right, easy, you know what I mean? Yeah, the bar's set pretty low these days, but goddamn, this chick met him that tonight. What does that mean? Like the same night that you were introduced, you went to go meet him. I was deeply not attracted to him. What? No, you're lying to yourself. I can't believe what I'm reading. Let me read this again. 5 years ago, my boss, as in a workplace thing, introduced me to some douche via WhatsApp. Okay? I took it too far too fast. We met that night. I was deeply not attracted to him, and his home was horror story dirty and cluttered. I accepted his weak offer for alcohol and got drunk really fast to avoid facing reality. So there's this guy that you're not attracted to that you met very quickly. You were put off by his home situation, but whether it was hoarding or just like unsanitary, unclean, right? And you decide that you're going to get drunk with this man. These are the type of women who get taken advantage of and then go, oh my God, I couldn't, how did I get in this situation? I felt too bad for him to leave. Why? These are the same people who are non-confrontational enough to sit through somebody's like multi-level marketing scheme. Bruh, you're not this dude's friend. You were just introduced to him by your boss. Shit like this is outrageous, bro. This is what makes me love my bedroom, Dia. Because I'd rather die than meet people this unstable and then trying to like shove a portion of that into my life. Can you imagine? I felt too bad for him to leave him, but I knew alcohol would help me, help him. The sex, Dia, ended up being one of the best that I'd ever had.
I'm not attracted to you. Let's get drunk. Oh my God, this sex is so good.
The sex ended up being the best that I ever had to date, but he is such a gross person, hygiene and personality. You fucked a gross motherfucker. Why? You know what? You know what I wish sometimes? Sometimes I want like a picture to accompany these things. Because if they're both jalopy looking motherfuckers, then I guess we just understand. And I don't need to be worried and bothered. You know, two Jabbas walk into a bar, get drunk, go uka nuka jiba at home, and that's fine, you know? Has nothing to do with us. It's not strong with the force, but it may be a little strong with the dark side, okay? I regret everything about the way that it happened. Same year, swimming in self-hatred, I also fucked the boss of that job. 2 regrets for the price of 1. What a piece of work. And what am I gonna say, Dia? What am I gonna say? Maybe I could understand fucking the boss if it gets you far, if it takes you somewhere, if you're rolling up some sort of ladder. But some guy, same day, let's meet, not attracted to you. God, your home is gross. God, poor hygiene. Let me get drunk. Let's fuck. Number 24. I fucked my landlord. He lived in the same building on the floor below me with his ex-fiance. What? He lived with his ex-fiance. Nice. It was actually pretty fun until he started monitoring when I was home and knocking on my door when he knew I was home alone. I had to put an end to that real quick. My only regret is not getting a discount on rent. Dia, I'm gonna, if you thought you could get a discount on your rent, would you fuck your landlord?
No.
Why?
Because that's just not the type of person I am.
Okay, if you were that type of person, where you might consider it, would you do it?
I guess if I'm getting a discount, I would. But not for funs and giggles. Like, I don't.
If I was a girl and I had a male landlord, or if I was a dude and I had a chick landlord, I would not fuck them. Would you like me to tell you why?
Why?
When you are in a position like that, where you're living somewhere and you're paying someone to live there, they are going to feel a sense of ownership over you, whether it's a parent or not. If you open your legs to fuck your landlord, he has it in his brain that this is not a one-time thing, and that he will be able to, again, you know, just dangle something else over your head. Oh, maybe I'll give you another discount, but only for this month if you let me come fuck you. Do you get what I'm saying? There is no putting an end to that. He has you pegged now, literally and figuratively, as the chick that'll spread your legs for it. So I don't know why so many women think that when they're working somewhere, when they're living somewhere, paying someone else for a place to stay, that it can be this one and done type of ordeal. This isn't somebody you met on an app where you just shuffle people's pictures like cards. This isn't a fucking drug dealer that you're just trying to fuck for a fix, my dude. This is your landlord. And you know what it is? People can't fucking use their brains. And I don't want to seem like I'm some sort of friggin', mathematician, scientist, intellectual bastard, but use your brain. I feel as versed when it comes to street smarts, unfortunately, when it comes to psychologically, not categorizing people, but just, it really sucks because I hate the idea of profiling people when I consider people unique enough to manage to fit into different pegs than the holes that society has pretty much made for them. Yes, there are a bunch of very specific molds that you can easily slot some people into, but I want to give people the benefit of the doubt that maybe they can be just a little bit different. But time and time again, motherfucker, everybody fits into these same ass holes. It's embarrassing. Y'all ain't embarrassed to be this stupid? Think twice, my dude. Think twice. I mean, number 23. Enthusiastically went home with a guy who said that he had a dog. He actually had 2 dogs. I found out from a friend the next morning that he had just gotten out of jail for homicide. But was the sex good? You know what I mean? I might even be making a point in the favor of the homicidal douche because you get out of jail, you really looking for that pussy. I'm gonna fuck the brains out. You know what I'm talking about? You want to talk about doggy style? Do you?
Fuck the brains out.
What are you talking about?
He's a homicide.
No, listen, it said that he had just gotten out of jail for homicide.
I find it funny.
Yeah, but I'm focusing not on the homicide part. I'm fucking on... I'm focusing... I'm sorry. I'm focusing on the jail part because he had been hard up, meaning he had been away, so he can... But you're thinking about the homicide part. Literally fucking her brains out, Dia.
Yes.
Okay, so we're just... when are we going to write a sitcom, Dia? We're making different jokes. We're on 2 sides of a coin here. Congratulations. You're a writer, Dia. Number 22, all right? Not me, but a friend. He drove to another city to lose his virginity. He was up all night, to get lucky, with this girl, so he fell asleep on the ride home, totaled his car. He told his parents that he was staying at my house overnight, so it was an awkward conversation when he had to call his parents to explain why he totaled his car about 100 miles from home. He actually did get laid, but he did say that it wasn't worth it. Man, that's fucked up. When you do coom, you coom to your senses, man. Sometimes y'all gotta be real with yourselves. You gotta recognize that sometimes you can just bust a nut to something that you see online, and it will be as fulfilling as whatever thing you're trying to shove it in, because you might be filled with regret after. Do you know what I mean? It'd be one thing if it was just like the hottest piece of tight hourglass, big curvy ass, big boobed Mexican maid girl. You know what I mean, Dia? Pigtails. You know what I'm talking about? And then you're like, man, I'm going to record this. So after you get off that time, you can go back to the recording and be like, oh my God. You know what I mean? But it's a one-time thing. Psh, is it worth it, guys? Why do you keep using this emoji with the 2 butts together? People bending over and bumping butts from the side. That's ridiculous. And is this supposed to be lube? I just can't can't get over it. Earl always says, why do people always put themselves in this situation? That's what I'm trying to figure out. D Magma says, I was about to say that's an HR nightmare, but it's a lady pursuing a dude, which makes it fine. I'm so interested and glad that you recognize that, because if it was the other way around, that's when it's bad. But people want equality. Weird. You said what? Oh, wait, you're a woman. It's totally fine. You know, more power to you. You go, girl. Girl power. I love violent girl talk. Number 21. You know those silicone ass things? Silicone. Bitch, silicone, not silicon. Silicon. Shaka Khan. You know those silicone ass things that they have in those sex shops for like $300? That's pretty pricey for a silicone ass, do ya? When I was in Montreal, in my sophomore year of college, I tried to buy one. My debit card got declined, so I didn't buy it. I got a call from my dad that evening saying someone in Montreal had stole or must have stole it from me, and I had to do the talk of shame explaining that, no, I really did do that. I really did try to buy a silicone ass. A silicone ass. Silicone. Shizuo says that virgin thirst is the power of the gods. And I shouldn't underestimate that. It's not like I wasn't, you know, that horny at some point in my life. I'm sure we all do embarrassing things when we're horny as it is. You know, talking to people we shouldn't be talking to, visiting people we shouldn't be visiting, ending up in just shady scenes that honestly may be dangerous, like in a life-threatening capacity dangerous. But there you are. You gotta get her wet. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody once told me that this was where to get pussy. Not going home till I'm dead. Dead meaning, you know. Number 20. Her name was Annie. She talked to me for 2 years after that. Is this a joke? Is this a reference that I'm not getting? Because is the bad part that she actually still talked to you? You know, what's wrong with a girl talking to you? Some girls refuse to talk to you, you know what I mean? And they're the forward one.
Oh, look at these titties. You like these big-ass Mexican titties? Kyle. All right, bye. Forever.
Damn, Tia. Bye forever? But, no. Mexican titties. Seraphim Bear says, why would you want a silicone donkey? Because Shrek. Kami says, I don't understand why people get silicone asses like that. If it was just me, I wouldn't find it appealing. Well, some people got money and they need to find a way to spend it, you know what I mean? We are the ones who are the suckers, for we are not creating something that someone would spend an exorbitant amount of money on. You know? Every day I look at myself in the mirror and I go, hey, you, slap yourself. And then I do it. Because, hey, I should be making something. I could make a machine that slaps myself for me. And then people would use it for, you know, sick, sexual. Is this a reference? This Annie doesn't seem okay to me. Oh my God. Number 19, all right? Using the twin percussion handheld back massager on my dick. What is a twin percussion handheld back massager? Do I even want to Google this? I'm dragging it into a window on the other monitor. Let me see here. Twin percussion. This doesn't even look like something that would be amusing or, you know, feel good. The hell?
Would be amusing.
You know?
Amusing.
There would be nothing stimulating about this. It's just like, oh, yes. Oh, stupid. I used the twin percussion handheld back massager on my pee-pee. Not gonna lie, it felt really effing good. But it left a lingering tender feeling that made me walking funny for a bit. Made me walking funny indeed. Maybe some of that blood didn't get back to his brain. We got a problem, Houston. Happened when I was a wee mid-teen. Mid-teen. Okay. Seraphin says, can Dia slap you instead? What kind of fetish kink crap are you trying to set up? Why would you want anybody to slap anybody? Self-slap is bad enough as it is. You guys slap the like button and we'll see what we can get happening around here. How about that? Number 18. I don't know. Anytime I go on a porn binge and have post-nut clarity on some bizarre poop. Well, you can't say poop in this instance. You have to say shit. Well, actually, he said bizarre as shit when he meant bizarre ass shit. You know? Can you imagine these are the things that have to come out of my mouth as I'm correcting somebody? Are you really even looking up porn if the things that you're looking up aren't something that you would go, oh my God? You know what I mean? That's what you need. That's why Pornhub could never do it unless you're a normie, dude. You got to be on these off the grid sites. You know what I'm talking about? Jesus says using a sock when I was younger was pretty great. Oh, sock. What a sock. Sounds all woolly. The cotton. Number 17. I was at a bar. I was at a bar, ran into the hot girl from high school. She was still hot. We hit it off, had fun for the night, gave her a ride home. I was super horny and thought this was going to be amazing. She did not invite me inside, so I just went home, sad, but still horny. So, proceeded to pull on the old cum dispenser. I had a great time, felt way better. As I was cleaning up, she calls me and wants me to come over because she is lonely. I think, hey, I might still have some spunk left in my trunk. I head over, we start getting frisky, and I cannot make the soldier stand at attention. This is another reason I don't drink, Dia. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that whiskey dick? She's crying, thinking it's her fault. Oh my God. She was probably already in a very, I want to say, vulnerable state to call some guy that she just ran into back to her, if she's normal. You know what I mean? And now the guy's just like, you're not doing it for me, bitch. You look like a little boy. You got the body of a little boy. I need some fat ass titties. It's my fault. I'm sorry. I tell her what happened. And we try again. Still can't get it to wake up. Maybe she should put on a little makeup, Dia. I said, where's the matter? Where's the checkup? Why'd you leave the kids up on the table? You know what I mean? She wanted to, Dia. I don't think you trust. Between the alcohol and my balls empty, he was just a limp noodle. She asked me to leave and felt like a pile of poop. Oh my God. I never did hear from her again. That is so sad. But can I be honest with you, Dia? And I don't need to be honest with you, I guess. But the truth is, the first time that I cum, you know what I mean? It's very quick. Which is why I'm glad for a very short refractory period. Because that first time is never something that's going to last. But I'm pretty much ready to go almost immediately. Which is good. But I don't know. I like to think if I were drunk and I was only going to get it up that one time, it would have been so pathetic that it probably would have been better that we didn't fuck. So that people wouldn't walk away thinking, my God, this guy lasts that little? Because of the alcohol. If I was only going to be able to shoot one, round before needing to reload, but the gun's jamming after that first shot, holy shit, you know what I'm talking about? Shit. So I'm just saying. Shizuo said, that's too funny, man. One pump, man. One pump! Power, get the power. She's getting it in, but only for one pump. Hero! Number 16. All right. Did I just read 16? No, 16 is so small, I just scrolled right by it. Number 16. Hooked up with a coworker who looked like Mr. Bean. She was a girl. That's so cool.
That's so
That's so awesome. Do you think she had like big boobs, but she looked like Mr. Bean in the face? You know one of my favorite Mr. Bean faces? Let me find the Mr. Bean face that I would want her to make. Let's see. Come on. It's the one where he kind of turns his head to the side and he like kind of dips his chin. Yes, that's the one. You know what I mean?
I can't believe he's gonna be in some Netflix show.
And she's all like, yes. And I'd be like, don't talk, stupid. Let me get the teddy bear. Let me get the teddy bear on them. Bro. Yeah. Hold Teddy, dear. Mr. Bean, dear, flossing on them, stunting on them. Fucking little kids gonna watch this like, who is Mr. Bean? Anyway, what were you saying? He was in a Netflix show?
That he's going to be in like some Netflix show. I don't remember what specifically, but a lot of people seem to be super excited for whatever prospect that was.
Rowan Atkinson kicks ass. Is he gonna be in the show or is he just producing it?
I don't remember properly.
Who knows? You know who I think would be a really, really sexy chick? If we could combine like Christina Ricci and her very, very pretty titties with like am I into Winona Ryder? I don't think so. I think I like...
Is it isn't she the one that like stole something from a department store?
Don't reduce Winona Ryder to her kleptomania. We all have vices. All right. Most rich people can keep that behind closed doors. But I guess when you need to steal and you getting caught, it is what it is. You know who I was thinking of? I was thinking of Elena Bonham Carter. You know?
Oh, but she's hot.
She is hot, but the funny thing is she's got kind of a big forehead that's similar to Christina Ricci's. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not big. It's just bigger.
She looks so pretty with like her curly hair. Like the...
Oh no, you know who I really love? How did I forget this, Dia? I love the girl who plays Clara Oswin. On one of the companions to the Doctor. Mm-hmm. What is her name? I think she is explosively attractive. But I would go as far as to say she looks like a girl. She's just got this playful, like really almost kind of kitty smile and look that looks like the type, like it looks like the result of drugs given to an actress when she's too young to halt or stunt an aging process to a certain degree. But she's gorgeous, you know? Unfortunately, I think she has that kind of like look. If we were casting a movie and we're looking for a look of like a damsel, pretty much, just like the type of girl that, you know, you'd want to go save and, you know, make sure that she's okay and blah, blah, blah. I guess Christina Ricci and this chick combined. You know what I'm talking about? When are we going to combine women together, Dia? Come on. Combine some women with me. You want to combine men? Is that what you want? Which men do I like? Let me see. I like the man who played... Oh my God, you know who I like? He was on The Wire. What's the name of this black man? And he's bald. He was on The Wire. He was on Lost. He was in Horizon Zero Dawn. He is the voice of Zavala. I don't even play Destiny, but I remember he was oh my God, his name is Lance Reddick. I fucking love this black man. You understand? I love Lance Reddick. God, man, God bless Chadwick Boseman. I loved him too. You know who I love? He played... His name's Mahershala Ali. I think they got him for Blade. I'm so hyped for that. That's going to be my new Black Panther. I will watch the shit out of that. I'm crazy about LeVar Burton too. But Mahershala Ali, I love him. I love Lance Reddick. I think I love... God, I don't remember this dude's name. Was he in Tenet? Am I thinking of the same dude? I don't think it's the same dude. The dude that I'm thinking of, Dia, was in... He was in Doctor Strange. Was his name Mordo? Was his character's name Mordo? His name is Chiwetel Ejiofor. Yes, he played Mordo. I like this guy too. I wouldn't say I want to combine them. I like them all in their own way. They're beautiful men in their own right.
The point of this was to combine them.
No, I don't want to combine anybody. They look good. They look great. I want to be these guys' friends.
Let me re-say that. The whole point of you looking for dudes was for you to combine them just like you combined the ladies.
If we were going to combine some dudes, I'd probably combine like a white guy with a black guy. What's a good-looking white actor? You gotta think hard. All right, let's see. Popular white. Well, that's wrong. That's bad. Shouldn't say that. Just say actors. All right, I hate him. Will Smith, not bad. Brad Pitt, okay.
You do not hate Tom Hanks. Leonardo DiCaprio.
I do hate Leonardo DiCaprio. Why? You know, not hate. Just like, come on, man. It's the same role. Every movie, every damn movie. Show me some freaking range. You know, he was pretty when he was young. They got his ass. You know what Leonardo DiCaprio is, and not enough people say it, and I'm going to say it right now, and I don't care how angry it makes the two people that probably really like Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio is the male Natalie Portman. He is just a pretty white man.
He can act.
I'm not saying he can't. Not saying he can't.
Yeah.
Oh, I get where you're coming from. Yeah. Yes, that is the separation between him and Natalie Portman. He can act. He can act. Yes. Okay. But when I say, when you see Leonardo, he is kind of like, and to be honest, he has only recently turned that around. Do you get where I'm coming from?
To be honest with you, if we're going with men that get like, well, back in the day.
Oh, y'all fucked up. How did I not think about Carl Urban? I love this guy. I liked him in Star Trek, man. I like Carl Urban in Star Trek. And he's in The Boys now. Oh my God, we forgot he was in Ragnarok. He's a fun guy too, son of a bitch.
And he's also gonna be maybe playing.
I wouldn't combine Carl Urban with anybody else either. Do ya? I can't combine these people. So does it make me racist? I love Hugh Jackman too, but maybe that's the comic book nerd in me. He's an amazing man. Hugh Jackman's an amazing man. And Carl Urban should be the new Wolverine. And John Krasinski should be the new Mr. Fantastic. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, and it's sad to think about the fact that they may put that.
Yeah, they may just cast somebody else.
Yeah.
Which bitch? Who?
Amber Heard as.
Are you kidding? They couldn't. But they couldn't be stupid enough to cast Amber Heard in a Marvel movie.
They would be.
I don't know, man.
Just like DC is willing to have
I believe, Dia, unfortunately, no, listen to me. I believe that Marvel, if anything, is forced to be smart in the way of money. Disney will waste money on ridiculous ventures in the way of
They wasted money on some female.
Here's what I think.
Just for some dumb movie.
I believe that if they were going to choose somebody that wasn't someone who made sense, you know what I mean? They would choose somebody because of their age. They would look for somebody young. You feel me? So I think that they would kind of go the Tom Holland method, where they're getting somebody that, if not is very young, looks very young, so that as they age, they can probably get, 5 movies out of them if it needs to come to that.
What, for the Fantastic Four?
For Mrs. Fantastic, yes.
Mrs. Fantastic is supposed to be the wife. It wouldn't
work.
It wouldn't work.
I don't think it matters. As long as this chick is attractive.
I think it does because
they wouldn't cast a chick that's looking like a teenager. You know what I mean? But they would cast her on the young side.
If they're casting a young Miss Invisible, they're going to be casting everyone else in that group as young as well.
Look, I think they're going to be middle-aged, but the actors are going to be young. That's all I'm saying. If they're crazy enough to fuck around with the casting, they're going to choose somebody young.
Either way.
But they won't portray young people.
Either they're going to be all young, and it's going to be up to the people. Because they've already done young Fantastic Four, and everyone hated that. You know, everyone hated that.
But that was the direction.
And
you remember earlier I told you I was listening to this podcast by this psychopath, and he was talking about how Andrew Garfield was his favorite Spider-Man, and he couldn't back that up at all because it's an insane, stance. But it's all the direction, it's all the writing, it's all the people who are behind the scenes. You know what I mean? I've always, and again, this is me coming from a professional, especially as a voice actor, we are paintbrushes. And when you put a paintbrush in the hand of someone who is unskilled or untalented, the strokes that they will leave on the canvas will look unskilled and untalented. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes. It doesn't matter how amazing the brush is. Samuel L. Jackson's been in terrible fucking movies. Morgan Freeman's been in terrible fucking, things that he's done. And I consider these guys, they've been around the block enough for you to know that they can give a stellar performance. But it's not about them phoning it in or not giving it their full attention or respect. Sometimes bad direction and bad writers lead to shitty projects. You know it. I'm preaching to the choir here. But, bro, I think it's going to be a nightmare because it's just the new phase of these Marvel movies.
The only reason that Spider-Man gets to be young is because that's how he's always been portrayed. Some high school kid that gets powers, and then he gets to go on amazing adventures.
You're right, Dia. You're right, Dia.
We couldn't get like an adult version of
Spider-Man. No. But hear me out. You're very right about that being why he can be young. But these incarnations are free to reinvent these heroes. And just for the sake of a hypothetical, you know what I mean? Say in the comics, Shuri, close to Black Panther, was always an adult. They could have made her a little girl if they wanted to, so that, inevitably, if Chadwick had not passed, they were going to make 3 Black Panther movies. By the 3rd movie, they were planning to pass the Black Panther mantle on to Shuri. In the context of the movies, she would then be old enough to take on this mantle. Because in the movies, they can do whatever the fuck they want. We see it all the time.
I mean, she is a little girl.
Yes, but I'm just saying hypothetically, for the sake of this discussion, in the comics and universally, like in every incarnation, they've always been this way. The movie can decide, hey, guess what? We're going to make them young. And then in the second or third time that you see them, they will now be, this person that we want to make them into. All I'm saying about the casting of, or the potential casting about Mrs. Fantastic is bruh, if they were psychopathic enough to pick Amber Heard, I think they would know that their box office would take a big fucking hit. And that's one thing that I don't think Marvel fucks around with, because look at how fast they jumped on Gunn. Look at how fast they jumped on Gunn because of public perception. People don't like Amber Heard. There's a lot of controversy surrounding Amber Heard. And yes, when Hollywood makes a decision on something, they usually back that decision in a big way, regardless of what people think, but not in this era, where they have to end their trailers these days with only in theaters, implying, oh, it's not going to be on streaming. Bitch, we have a choice. And if you're only going to put it in theaters, then we may not go see that fucking movie. So when you ice that cake with also this actor that you may not like is going to be in it, bitch, you might as well just be peeling the potato that is the potential amount of money that you could make on your film. They're not going to roll that dice because they're not psychopathic. And yeah, these days, unfortunately, a lot of woke people are weaving their way into the industry, and they don't care about you. They don't care about fans. They don't care about money or audience. They just want to push that narrative out there, and they'll do it at any cost. But cost is something that the investors give a shit about. What happened?
Marvel has already done.
Yeah. And all of these people making this MCU.
And the problem is the fact that the people that have made shitty movies are still persisting into Marvel. They're still there. So,
I don't know if this guy wrote something just now in the comment section in the chat. A woman failing upward in Hollywood. A woman failing upward is Hollywood's bread and butter. If this is an error, it's the most beautiful error I've ever seen, because it works. Bread and butter. I've never heard that before. I'll take that, right? You know what I mean? It's true. It's true, but we're gonna come off, misogynistic if we talk about it, even though it is the truth and we see it. This Amber Heard bitch does not deserve.
She's a piece of shit, and she should be out of work just as hard.
It's
as
crazy
Johnny Depp.
though. You've
Just
been
as hard as
caught.
Johnny Depp.
You've been caught in a lie that would cost somebody not only their career, but their potential freedom. You have been caught lying in that regard. And you still have your career? When if it were the other way around, Dia, they'd light your ass on fire. And it isn't the other way around, but he still lost his career. It's just wild.
And you know what's sickening? The fact that this woman has been offered, and I think she has taken it, as a spokesperson for like abuse. Yeah, it's sick to think about the fact that an abuser is supposed to be giving like talks and stuff around the country and shit about abuse.
You know what it is?
And it's,
You know what it is?
disgusting.
It's no different than politicians and certain people who behind the scenes are abusing young people and abusing, even their family members. But they jump up and have all of this bullshit to say, It's just wild. It's really funny. Listen, number 15 on the list of what, baby? Of biggest horny regrets, that's a horny regret for Johnny Depp. That's so sad. But it is what it is. You learn a lesson. You live and you learn. Deep heat. Let me tell you now, ladies and gents, it's not a warming sensation on your most sensitive parts. Post-application, I immediately ran to the bathroom with the remnants of my smoldering member in my hand. I was telling my girlfriend at the time on the telephone later that day, my dad must have overheard. Next time I was hosting a few friends, he walked in to my room and said something along the lines of, "Fellas, you be careful on your application of deep heat," and walked out. D, I've never heard of deep heat, have you? Is this some sort of lubricant? I just looked it up. It says that it's a cream, deep heat cream. He put it on his dick? This looks like muscle cream, Dia. Oh my God, why would you ever? Because some guys do like to play wild like that. Oh my God. I'm
surprised you have to ask it all.
I've never heard of deep heat, yeah. And the funny thing is, this is not its intended use. So there we go. As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 14.
It's like y'all hate yourselves.
I tried to suck my own dick while taking a bath with my hip ups.
That's the second bath.
I'm sorry, it broke my brain from top to bottom. I'm trying to read this properly, but I just need to read it as it's written. Tried to suck my own dick while taking a bath while with hips up. Surprise, surprise, tubs are slippery, and I ended up with my neck caught under my arm as I did a back roll and landed on my side. Involuntarily gasped in pain and began to choke on water. Is this how I die? It's happened to people, so it's kind of sad. Is it? I almost drowned in my own bathtub. My neck also hurt like hell for a week, but I guess you'll live and you won't do something that's stupid again. Trying to suck your own dick. That's so sad. So it's come to this. All right. Dread and butter, huh? Damn. I'm hungry. I would normally be done with the list by now, but I did start late because I think some of these entries are kind of short. I love you all, and I'm glad that you guys could be here tonight, and I hope that you just take it easy. Live your life. Smack that like button. Like you smack your wife. I'm kidding. No, that's not cool. Dia.
What?
Don't smack your wife, Dia. Don't smack your wife. Number 13. Sex with my ex. The same day that I moved out. We had broken up earlier, but it took a couple of months before I managed to find a place to move all my stuff. Afterwards, I just laid there and hugged her hard. I didn't want to let go. I just laid there in a cuddly mess for half an hour covered in sweat and other bodily fluids, but most of all, tears. I don't know why the F I didn't I did that to myself. It was supposed to make us both feel better and relieve stress, but it was torture. I should have just left much earlier, preferably when she wasn't at home. You people are a wreck.
You want to have one last fuck?
Let me squeeze you. We can make it work. I can come back. Let me come back. Ugh. You know what really trips me up about the Johnny Depp situation? I don't want to be one of those YouTubers talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, but what really trips me up about this situation and what speaks to any man who hears about it is that this motherfucker would have been sold up the river if he wasn't smart enough to have his home outfitted with cameras so that they could tell the story to counter the lies of this bitch.
The thing is, though, he should have done it sooner, but he didn't.
Holy crap.
He didn't do it for her sake. He had all that evidence during that whole thing, and he waited until the very last second to be like, no, and here's the evidence. And the reason why he didn't do it in the very beginning, because he felt bad for her. And it's like, no, man, like, your whole livelihood is at stake here. Don't think about this dumb cunt, because clearly she didn't think about you when she injured you, when she essentially cut off a finger, when she gave you a bunch of, like, freaking diseases. Like, no. You need to put her aside and put yourself above her right now, because everything is on the line. And it's sad that this man, even when he could, he didn't, because he cared about this evil person. And it's so sad. It's very sad.
Sad because, like, it shows you just how much you'll tolerate and disguise it as love. You'll put up with all of this abuse and just convince yourself it's, it's love. Bruh, what do you say? Number 12, I got jizz in my ear. I ended up with an ear infection. Trying explaining that to a doctor, what the foreign liquid is in your ear when you're 15 years old. Kyle has nothing to say to this. I'm just going to keep going up, bro. Number 11. I asked an escort to come over to my house at 2 a.m. instead of jerking off. Well, she had 3 other guys, ended up kicking in my door and robbing me and my house. 0 out of 10, never again. Dia. There are people who have, like, pretty titty cuties that they talk to and then they stop talking to them. So they, like, stalk them now or something. Or even just, like, sending messages to an ex when they're drunk. You know what I mean? And after they do that stuff, they think to themselves, I'm a human piece of garbage and this is the single biggest regret I'll ever have in my entire life. But Dia, can drunk texts, can, like, social media stalking compare to being horny and calling an escort and having them show up and fucking rob you? You know what I mean? Why you calling an escort to your house? Bro, you don't go out in your car? I don't know. Shizuo says they're not called stalkers anymore. They're called Twitch mods now. And if we call them anything else, we'll get banned. Haha. I am so sad to hear that one. That is so sad. Someone says, I'm just an innocent 22-year-old, but come on, dude, a hotel room. You know what I mean? Even then, you could end up just beaten. You have roommates. I hope they didn't steal their things. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. I'm saddened. Nobody wants to think that these kind of things would happen, but I guess they do. Number 10, almost got a bar of soap stuck in my booty hole. Booty sweat, popping ass open. Okay. Someone says, how? They respond, I was in the shower and thought, I bet sticking soap in my butt would feel good. So I did it, assuming it would be easy to just squeeze out because soap is slippery. Boy, was I wrong. After a few minutes of panicking and pushing, I managed to get it out. Like, okay. Like, imagine asking your parents to take you to the hospital because you got a bar of soap stuck in your beehole. Number 9, guys. Come on. Not my story, but my old bandmates. So here we have a horny teenager. He was maybe 16 years old at the time, and he just came out as gay this year. Oh man, I should have Dia read this and just go to use the bathroom or something. He had been experimenting, and we were bros. So he would always overshare these experiences. One day he tells me, one day he tells me that he made a huge mistake. He really wanted to know what something bigger than his fingers felt like. He had heard of people using cucumbers as dildos. That said, he said he only had pickles at home, however. He did not, however, account for the vinegar and spices. I don't know the pain that he felt, but I do know that he regretted it immediately. The old, spicy beehole. Bruh. Okay. Number 8. Me and my friend were supposed to be taking a visiting... No. We were supposed to take a visiting foreign professor out for drinks. After a couple of beers, the guy told us that he wanted to see some women. Oh, yeah? All right. We took him to a softcore strip club. Wait a minute. So, I feel like when you put softcore in front of a strip club, it's like putting light in front of beer. Do any of you in here drink light beer? Is that what you're about? Can you imagine, Sean? Can you imagine going to a strip club with no nudity? Why call it that? Because you girls are wearing, like, you could get the same amount from going to the beach. And you could tap literally your phone probably 3 times and get more on a YouTube or Twitch video. Why pay for entrance? I'm sorry. Take yourself out of this equation. We go to a softcore strip club. After the first beer, the guy said that he wanted something more extreme. Prostitution is legal in my country. Nice. And we took the guy to probably the largest bar with sex workers in our city. It was a bizarre place, and after a few minutes, our reputable visiting academic sealed the deal with a lady. The guy went with the lady to her room and came back after about 15 minutes. Suddenly, the guy said that he was tired and wanted to go back to the hotel room. On the ride back, the guy started weeping and telling us about his family and giving us advice about why we should love and respect our partners. I had never seen so much post-nut regret in my life. Sad guy. I hope he didn't come away with STDs. STDs. Sean says that's all we have left in Texas? There's no titty bars in Texas? I'm sorry for calling it that. Are you laughing at me for calling it a titty bar?
No, it's just
You're just laughing. Like, I'm trying to figure out.
It's just like, what does that have to do with you? Did you ever go to one in Texas?
No, I don't go to any strip clubs, Dia. You know, the girls that I'm with party in a different way back in the day. But the idea that the state of Texas, there must be bars that just say fuck it. Think about the age we're living in. I can't get my mother to sit in her house. Do you get what I'm saying? So Texas, the land of the free, the home of the brave, flag waving Trump supporters. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. I'm not going to wear this mask. They're going to have people tell them that they can't fucking, have topless ladies in the bar. What do you mean? There's a rule that makes it so women have to be clothed in a strip club? They've got to be just saying, yeah, whatever, bro. And even if the police show up, they'll just give them some money and be like, shut the fuck up. You didn't see anything, punk ass cop. You want something to drink?
Okay, they go on to say must wear body paint or pasties.
That's fucking dumb. Yeah, we got some skin-colored body paint, so shut the fuck up, police officer. Come over here. It's paint. There's paint on these nipples. Maybe it's hard to see in this lighting. Please. Please. That is, I'm outraged to know that. that a strip joint exists, and these girls can't get nude if they want to get nude.
Isn't it illegal for there to be more than, one sex toy in a household in Texas, too?
Bruh.
Texas is a repressed state.
I don't know fun facts like you do. What the fuck? What do you mean?
Texas...
Isn't it illegal to walk your goat at 4 p.m.?
Texas is just like the Christian or Catholic version of Utah.
Look, y'all need to eat some cornflakes and get back to me. You know what I'm talking about? Jesus says, I imagine softcore strip clubs are the ones that serve alcohol because full frontal strip clubs don't sell alcohol usually. But, people can bring their own shit into the club and just give people... Here's the thing. The types of people that I know go to strip clubs, for some reason, are not typically looking for sex. They're just using it as like a venue, right? So usually, they throw enough money around for the people who are hosting this to just be like, whatever, man. Don't make too big a mess. You know what I'm talking about? That's it. So you bring in your basketball team buddies into a fucking strip club and y'all got some alcohol with your shit. Pouring them all over the bitches, getting the money all over the ground. I mean, come on. I don't know what to say. This is kind of sad. It's kind of weird. So as we continue, number 6, okay? I was edging for 3 hours. For 3 hours, Where do y'all live? Is it nice and cool where you live? Because maybe I'm just too hot of a man. Dia can tell you. I'm a very hot man. She can feel me burning like a furnace. But if I fuck past a certain point, I'm getting way too hot to continue this. It's like, it's time for us to finish. You know what I mean? Oh, damn. 3 hours. Come on, man. Why? Y'all ain't getting bored?
Like that.
It's just weird. 3 hours. I think this person's exaggerating. And I think you do too.
No, I don't.
What do you mean you don't? We know that people can go, and we could if we wanted to. But why are we going for some record, Dia?
Because some men are...
It'd become uncomfortable, Dia.
Yes. And for you, that sounds hellish. And for some men, it sounds like that.
It's not about it sounding hellish. It's about it being impractical and fucking stupid. I'm not a moron. Do you get what I'm saying? And if I were to fuck you or any woman for 3 hours, do you know what it takes off the table? Us fucking again that hard.
He's not screwing someone, though.
What?
He's not screwing someone.
Oh, he was just edging with his penis?
Yes,
oh my god. The whole time I'm thinking like sex. Because you know why it sucks? Because I don't need to tell you about having been taken to a point of soreness or rawness, do you? So why would we not just spread this out over a couple of instances as opposed to just, let's get raw this one time, baby. 1 hour, 2 hours, keep it going. What playlist do we have that's gonna go through that, Y'all prepared a 3-hour playlist before? Is it looping?
Yeah.
That's not yeah, it's like 4 songs looping. Can I tell you what song it is? Let me pull it up right now. Let me pull up the song that's playing. Hey, take off your pants. Take off your pants right now because it's about that time. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Nah. I don't, it sounds like It sounds like... Here we go. Yeah. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Hey, it stopped. Put it on repeat.
And then you cry afterwards, as Sean said.
Yeah, one upvote. What happened?
It's like 10 minutes of it, and then two and some of just pure crying.
All right, everybody, shut up. We're going back into my anime that I watch, where the girl has maximum like defense points or something, so she can't take damage. And now they're in like a party or something. I wasn't paying attention. I was like trying to play video games in the background, but we'll be able to pick it up as we go along. Everybody, be quiet. You know, live comment as we go along.
Wait, where the heck are you at?
Wait, were we watching it with subtitles the whole time, even though they were speaking English?
Yes, that's how you operate.
Intriguing. What do you mean that's how I operate? I like to be able to see what they're saying on screen.
Yes.
Whatever. Look at Linda out here hitting us with that,
You're watching the dub? Ugh.
I'm trying to play games in the background and ingest this anime. Is that so wrong?
Unfortunately, anime is just Mary Sue's, and what are the boy versions of that?
Bro, I was complaining about this anime in the beginning. You should have heard me to Dia. She was not having it. I was like, do these people even understand how an MMORPG would work? This is unrealistic. What, suddenly the world is PvP now? This is bullshit! You would have picked whether or not it was going to be PvE or PvP as you joined the server initially. Before you made your first character, you would not be able to allocate that many of your stats into one fucking aspect. You're just going to max out your vitality, and apparently if you don't have high agility, then you can't move fast. So what? There would be tons of other people who have put all of their stats into strength and therefore wouldn't be able to move fast either, because of agility, it dictates how fast you move.
Kyle, shut up, alright? This is how the anime's gonna go. This is how it's gonna work.
She was like, yes, it is, Kyle. Dub is filthy. All dubs are not as bad, okay? Cowboy Bebop's pretty good, you know? Good job, Steve Bloom. Good job, everybody. You know? You did a great job. This isn't an anime. This is not an anime stream. The way that we'd love for it to be, but YouTube sucks. But it's okay. I'm gonna start my own YouTube. With blackjack and hookers. You know, I got some Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A the other day. I haven't opened it. Sometimes I just caress it in the night.
There were like
I rub it. Do you think a big titty waifu's gonna come out? A Polynesian waifu? Is Polynesian like a place?
I don't know.
Let's look it
I
up.
want to say it's like a combination
Polynesian
of a bunch of different
girls.
countries.
These girls looking, one of them was looking real Thai when we looked at.
Hawaii.
I don't know, dear. Polynesian girls, huh? Why? Oh my God! Whoa. I don't know, Dia. That's some interesting skin. That's some bronze skin there they got, but they can't all look like that. You know what I mean? Hawaii, huh? Intriguing. What do you think the most safer work term that we can put in front of Polynesian girls to get shapely women, but not something that's like illegal for YouTube? Curvy? I'm so scared. Oh my God. Ew. What have you done to the word curvy? Oh, internet, no! No! Well, you know what? I know what happened. Tumblr happened to the word curvy. They just made it a synonym for fat. No. Curvy used to mean something, Dia.
What did curvy mean?
Curvy used to mean something. Dude, I just pulled a hair. I shouldn't talk about that on stream. No matter how gross the stream is.
You pulled the hair from where?
You want to know?
Yes, you can mute the...
I'm not going to tell. No. Okay, well, you already know, kind of. As we continue up this list, we arrive.
Stop. We don't need Disney after you do.
I love it. I love that song. I love that song. Oof. That's my Rickroll, by the way. Dia. No, I'm not going to say anything.
What?
I was edging for 3 hours, okay?
Yeah, you did it.
I had the idea that tying my pee-pee with a shoelace would hold everything together for at least another hour. It held on for 2, and I nutted so hard I felt some pain on my abdomen and legs. It took me an extra day to sleep, and the next day my whole body was fatigued. Thought I twisted my testicle or some shit. I recovered after 48 hours. Hey, I don't know if any of you know or remember Lucas Werner, but would you believe that somebody bought him a ticket to Los Angeles, and he is planning to go to Los Angeles because somebody bought him a ticket to Los Angeles, and they have convinced him. Yes, his flight is on Monday. They have convinced him that he's going to be staying with them.
With a girl who wants to be his girlfriend.
He's going to be living. I'm sorry, it's like the most interesting thing to me, and I have to see if it's real. You know what I mean? I have to see if it's real. I'm excited in a big way. Number 5, using shampoo to jerk off. Haven't you heard enough horror stories? Y'all don't go to college and know that you're not supposed to do this? Worst piss pain ever.
It happened.
Dia, what if shampoo got on my pee-pee the other day?
Maybe.
Can you imagine? But sometimes you use shampoo as like a body wash. So you're telling me if it gets in the hole, that could be irritating?
You're not supposed to use shampoo as a body wash. You can, but it's not particularly, recommended.
That's
to do so.
bullshit. I've been doing it my whole life.
I know. You just gotta be more careful, I guess. Especially, with what you got going on. You gotta be extra careful.
This is bullshit.
It's okay. Are you, if anything, were you experiencing, any pain?
No.
So, maybe that is it,
Number 4.
On the tube.
When I was a stupid teen, I put an ice cube in my vagina. I imagine many girls might have tried this. My reasoning was that if hot water felt nice, maybe something extremely cold would too. It did not feel nice. It was horrible, and I could not remove it. 3 minutes of agony.
I've never tried that.
Good.
I've also never done, the shower thing either.
What shower thing?
Where, they put, the thing, over themselves.
What thing over themselves? The shower head with the water? I don't think that's as amazing. Maybe if you have a really high pressure nozzle, but even that is kind of weird. I think you would want a pressure nozzle that kind of shoots in a weird kind of almost rhythmic pattern, as opposed to just a, you know what I mean? Like a real torrent.
Look, man, I don't know how it works because I've never tried it. So
it's weird. You'd need a specific masturbatory shower head. Maybe that's something that I should have put money into as a young entrepreneur, probably 15 years ago.
Also,
as
is
a startup.
Is it super common for men to try to do shampoo bottles in college?
No, I was just saying college is where you kind of get the majority of your horror stories about shit that men will try and do because other dudes have done it, even recently. And you learn through their experiences this isn't something you should try. Hey, I heard about Dan. This dude was trying to jack off with shampoo and it got in there.
In a shampoo bottle.
And he was in agony,
How small is your ding-a-ling if it can fit in a shampoo bottle.
No, not fucking the shampoo bottle. I'm talking about using shampoo as like a lube, maybe? That's what I thought. What I read the opposite of that? They were banging the actual bottle?
I've heard of like the other one too. The one where like they try to do like a shampoo bottle, and it's always making me wonder, like, is it super like soft?
I'd imagine some shampoo bottles may just have a bigger head, but still, you gotta have like a needle dick you're fitting in that.
That's
you
what
know?
I mean. Like how, or is it like so soft that you can just shove that?
Or the likelihood is, if they grow, they're probably shoving their flaccid thing in there, and then when it grows, they got a problem. Funny.
Oh, remember the story from like yesterday or the day before that, where the guy's like, the harder it got, the more.
The harder I got, the better it got, and the harder I got. Yeah. No, the harder it got, the more it hurt, and the harder I got. Like, Jesus Christ. Number 3. When I was about 12 to 13 years old, I had just learned about sex. One day I was super horny, and I was playing with my dad's back massager. I quickly realized that it felt really good to press it on my dick. I took it to my bedroom and went to town. My mom was walking by and heard the noise, so she just let herself in. Needless to say, things were weird after that for a bit, and she hid the massager. I like the idea that he was on his back and had his legs spread facing the door or something that he didn't lock. And she walks in, she's like, and he's like,
I wanted you to stand there until I finish, bitch. Butter Slice, give me that massager. You like it, you sick bitch. I'm gonna tell everybody at school. Tell them. Can't believe it. I'm almost done. Not yet. Not yet.
Oh my gosh, that came out.
Give me that massager. Not yet.
Number 2. Okay.
Oh.
I'm really sorry about noises like that. I apologize. In a way. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
I'd be sorry if we lived in the future and everybody could just send edibles to people. You know what I want? You know how people can send people edible arrangements, which are like kind of bouquets of like fruits and stupid shit like that?
Yeah.
I'd like
Sounds delicious.
like, here's what I want Starbucks to be. You know how like there used to be nothing but Starbucks everywhere? I want there to be these edible places that will run deliveries to people, situated everywhere.
You know what
and people can just be like arranging deliveries of weed. Weed delivery every day. That's the future I want to live in.
You know what I'm kind of wanting now?
What are you wanting, Dia?
Chocolate covered strawberries.
So you don't want Skittles covered strawberries?
No, that would be like stupid sweet. Like, I wouldn't like the texture of those two things together.
Somebody tell me where I can get, or what kind of chocolate I'm supposed to get, where I can dip it, or I can dip
like a fondue.
What is there a kind of chocolate I can buy at Walmart where I guess you're just supposed to microwave it maybe, and then you can dip strawberries in it. Let me know. Shizuo says they have weed delivery in Massachusetts when I was there, Kyle. Are we supposed to move to Massachusetts?
No.
Because Family Guy told me that the spirit of Massachusetts was the spirit of America. The spirit of the wed, white, and woo. The spirit of Massachusetts is the spirit of America. The spirit of the wed, white, and woo. Sorry. Number 2, okay? I asked my wife if she was interested in us getting a butt plug. She gave me a confused look and said,
If you're into it, sure.
And then after purchasing it, realized that we both had different ideas of what it was for.
Or who?
Oh.
Yeah, she's like, I mean, if you want to. And he's
Oh,
like,
he bought it probably for her.
Yes.
And she thought it was for him.
Yep.
That's funny. That's funny. That's charming. I'll upvote that. That's cute. What a misunderstanding. So are you ready? I mean, if you're ready. I mean, whenever you're ready. Yeah, you know, wow. I never would have thought. Yeah, well, you know, I'm ready for it if you're ready for it. What are you talking about?
So do you want to prep?
So here you go. When you want me to put it in? Okay, you know, all right. Bend over. Me bend over.
You bend over.
You bend over. What? Number one. I drove 12,000 miles. This is the top post. That's 200 miles more than you're supposed to drive, Dia. Oh no, wait. It's walk 500 and then 500 more.
Yes. Just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles.
When I wake up,
I love that song.
will I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. I'm sorry.
You should do that song for Valentine's Day.
Wow, Dia.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! You know what was super something that was like super silly and fun? In my school, we'd had like singing Valentines, where the choirs would go and like sing to the kids for monies and a flower. I remember that you'd get a flower and a song. It was cute.
Sorry, all I was thinking about when you were telling me that is how... I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. God, I'm like so stuffed up. Is that the idea that this wouldn't get shut down if Kyle was a part of it? You know, I can't be a part of anything. Because if I was sending any kind of song to some chick, it would be like the most vulgar song you could imagine. And I would pay that money to make sure that the songs are nice and vulgar. No. You know, the choir would roll in and they'd be all like, all you ladies pop that pussy like this. And shake your body, don't stop, don't quit, just do it. Do it. Do it. Lick it now, lick it good. Lick this pussy just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. Then they'd walk out. The teacher would be like, what the fuck? Dude, you'd be like, did that?
You wouldn't get past like 2 words.
Bruh.
What are you on about?
Dude, we are all about crisp harmonies, you understand?
It doesn't matter. The songs were already like pre-chosen. You just got to pick the...
Pre-chosen songs? What kind of dog-licking bullshit is that? How you making any fucking money with pre-chosen songs, son? Y'all need to do your homework. Y'all want to make this money, you got to put the work in. Understand? Okay? So I'm hiring this vocalist. He needs to come in here. He needs to sing WAP. With choreography, with booty clapping choreography. You need to watch the TikTok videos, get the routine down, be able to also sing and hit them pitches with accuracy while you're shaking that ass. And you got to make it so that you're pivoting on your fucking feet, so that you're shaking your thighs and your butt claps. Your butt flaps. Clap it. Make it clap.
Maybe that's how it worked in your weird school, but that's not how any
Kyle school for the gifted. For gifted youngsters. Gifted in the butt and the chest.
I mean, it was.
Yeah.
You can't even laugh.
Kyle school for gifted youngsters, but gifted in the butt and the chest, okay?
No.
They want a war, Charles. I'm sorry.
You're so energetic.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Shizuo says it was delivery for medical and recreation, but you had to buy at least half a pound.
Damn.
Half a pound. Kyle school for the busty. Oh my gosh. Yes. Talk about anime material. Raphael Reed says gameplay, Kyle. Yes, I will hit you with gameplay soon because there is no reason that I shouldn't be playing Cyberpunk, but I'm hungry. So it's going to be a bit of that first. There's going to be a bit of work later. And then I'll be back. You know what I mean? I'll be back, you know? I hope that you enjoyed this list of totally inoffensive, horny, regrets. Jeez, people, YouTube, I hope they don't come after me for something that it was too edgy. It was too real. What historical fact makes you cry? Let's hear it, Dia. You ready? The story of Alex. Damn. Okay. He was an African gray parrot who learned to speak, recognize objects, and play with his owner. It was one of the smartest parrots that ever lived. He loved his owner, and his owner adored him as well. In the end, he suffered arteriosclerosis, so his owner went to see him one last time, to which Alex told his owner, "You are good, I love you." She replied, "I love you too." He said, "I'll see you tomorrow." And she replied, "Yes, I'll see you tomorrow."
That's sad.
It's like sad, but I don't know. It's like missing something. We gotta adapt this better. You know what I mean? Needs more time. Needs more breathing room, you know? We gotta animate it. We gotta make some things happen. Someone found an unreleased Simpsons game on an old Dreamcast developer kit?
Nice.
What the fuck is Simpsons Bug Squad? Of course it's on Kotaku. Disgusting. What is there to be said about it? You know? A Simpsons game. Was there writing? Was there acting? It's kind of hard to control the bug for whatever reason, says the dude playing an unreleased game on an old Dreamcast. Yeah, leave it to Kotaku to just be brain damaged. That video is really frustrating to watch. The first 5 minutes as the guy just keeps repeating that it's a tech demo with cel-shaded graphics. Nobody ever heard of it before. And the company that made it made other unreleased games. Yeah, but did you know that it was a previously unheard of tech demo that featured cel-shaded graphics? Or that it was, you know, from a company that made other unreleased titles? Sometimes you read the comments of a video before you even get into the video, and you realize that this is just...
It's not worth it.
It's not even worth, like, getting into. You would just, like, want to claw your ears off.
Like that cat was trying to claw his owner's ears off.
Oh my god, Twitter is publicly declaring Joe Biden the winner of the U.S. election on Trump's tweets. That is so awesome. Can we go see that? Twitter, Trump, and then the champ. Let's see here. Give me some action here. The claim about election fraud is disputed. That's it. Election officials have certified Joe Biden as the winner of the U.S. presidential election. There it is. Oh, there you have it. Oh my god. I can't wait till this dude just gets, like, smacked off the platform. Where's he gonna bitch then? In his room full of money?
Welcome to the agency. You come highly recommended.
Get the fuck out of my room!
Okay. Make my coffin after inhaling compressed air? Dia. No!
Well, you definitely can show that video.
Well, I wasn't gonna show it. I'm just like, damn. Guys, I gotta go. My nose is just, that's a nice ass. Okay. Hello, I can offer you some drugs in these scarce times. Make me suffer. Single dad adopts baby with Down syndrome rejected by 20 families. Oh no. Oh, I saw this little machinima thing they had earlier today. Made me feel like I went back 10 years and was watching old school Red versus Blue videos. The internet was such a simple place back then.
I didn't know that the Rooster Teeth worked under Machinima.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Rooster Teeth.
Rooster Teeth is the one that made Red vs. Blue.
I don't know anything about Rooster Teeth, okay? All I know is everybody's a sexual predator, and
Don't say that.
some people apparently go too far with their predatoring. Wow, guys, reel it in. No more than the acceptable amounts. Okay? You guys are going nuts. You're going crazy over there. Study finds bees don't just love cannabis, it can also help their dying populations. Okay? K-cup titties. Sounds like back problems, yeah. Gotta get a look at that. So I guess I'll see you guys later. I hope you all take it easy and have a wonderful night. You deserve nothing but the best. I love you to death. Stay out of trouble and you'll see me again soon. Love you. Bye.